This goes without saying, as I don't speak for every black person, but just looking at the news and basing the last few days and how it's just drained the out of me. Here are 10 people or things that might have ruined Black History Month, but most definitely ruined Black History Month 2019 edition. Yeah, I intend to keep this going if you guys keep watching.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Number 10. This is at the bottom of my list only because it hasn't happened yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen, and I stand corrected if it doesn't happen. But just the fact of the matter of what they're doing in order to get the hype. The Oscars. The Oscars ruined Black History Month for me because they put Black Panther in the runnings to win one of the most highly sought after awards in cinema history, Best Picture. But historically speaking, the Oscars hasn't been historically inclusive. And if you're paying attention, in 2017, the Oscars bared one of its worst drop-offs in modern history because of lack of inclusion. Thus, the hashtag #OscarsSoWhite was invented. And to avoid this backlash, they decided to pander to a community by using one of the greatest films ever put to film. And it's not because of the diversity, because it's genuinely a great movie and deserves the accolades. If we're being honest, this movie made more money than all of these movies and some of these movies put together. This movie should win, but it'll probably go to one of these two. Number 9, the NFL, because it just came out recently that they settled their case, which is to me an admission of guilt, because they knew that they could not take this case to court and win. Because if you had to take Colin Kaepernick to court, you would have to explain how these quarterbacks are playing on a team and this quarterback isn't. And these quarterbacks, they're trash. But the NFL knew they wouldn't win that. And with Nike supporting Colin Kaepernick, the overall movement supporting Colin Kaepernick, and the fact that they had the lowest Super Bowl ratings to date doesn't bode well for them, especially since they're now finally coming to the realization that, what? A population of people who spend $2 million during the holiday season also play football and enjoy it? Yeah, we're talking about black people. But not only the NFL am I shaming, I'm also shaming the Super Bowl performances. Any black person that decided to step on stage and shuck and jive to the tunes of whatever the they were being paid to do, you're a sellout, and there's no amount of money that will ever buy your integrity back, that is.
Let's get it then. Cram!
Number 8, Virginia as a whole entire state is going to right now. In the last month, they've managed to find a racist governor, a racist lawmaker, a racist AG, a racist substitute teacher, and just uncovered a whole bunch of racism. But if you were being honest with yourself, you would realize that this isn't something new to this area. It's just being reported on. Number 7, the motherfucking cop that wrote this goddamn ticket for me during Black History Month. You ruined Black History Month for me. The fact of the matter that you had the audacity not to let me slide off of going just 3 miles over the speed limit, go f yourself, bro. Come on. Out of all the people, you picked me. And another update to the ticket. I went to court for it. Turns out I was being blessed by my ancestors. The judge was black. Number 6, any and all fashion designers. We talking about Gucci, Versace, Burberry, Adidas. A lot of these big companies have realized that it's much easier to get people to pay attention to your products if you say something outrageous, in this certain context racist, versus paying a company millions of dollars to advertise your stuff on TV, magazines, newspapers, the internet, whatever. This is a tactic, and it's getting old because we've already figured it out. And to the black people who keep wearing their like, who are just on Instagram pretending to be important people, what's your excuse? Why are you supporting people who don't support you? Does it make you feel good? Do you think you look good? You don't. You don't. Number 5. This was a irritant of mine, but it was something that just kept popping up. It desensitizes people to the outrageous things that were happening back then. These memes that started to propagate talking about the first black man to ever drink from a white fountain, the first black man to ever go over 30 minutes on his break, the first black woman to... These memes, while some people find them comical, I'm not one of those people. It's just draining, because these are real people who actually suffer through real adversity, and they're being made light of just to get a few likes, laughs, and repost. You are trying to basically monetize suffering. You're an asshole. Number 4, our educational system also took a dip because for some strange reason, slavery has now turned into indentured servant, as taught to us by these educational books found in our public school. And I wouldn't be so quick to say that it's the public school, because I'm pretty sure this kid in his private Catholic school isn't learning much about the plight of the black man in his private school. The fact is, we can't trust a bunch of people who enslaved us to also teach us. It's so baffling to me that we haven't picked up on this concept, because before you guys were brought to this country on a boat, I'm curious to know who you prayed to, because where you're from, I don't think there's anyone that looks like this. But I'm just saying. Number 3, yo, real talk. Where the is my 40 acres and a mule? For all y'all that don't know what that is, that was a promise made to the slaves by the U.S. government to help with the equity imbalance in our community and society at the time of January 16, 1865. This was a promise made to help boost and prop the black man in his community and put them in a situation where they could actually prosper on their own without any government aid or assistance. But that promise was never fulfilled. But if you take a closer look at the history of America when it comes to paying restitution, they seem to pay it off pretty quick and pretty often to every other race except for the black man, including the Irish, Japanese, Saudis, Native Americans, etc., etc. Number 2, all the people that supported R. Kelly, go f*** yourselves. We, as a black community, have to start acknowledging some that we do. People like to use R. Kelly as a deflection tool. They'll say like, man, they're always coming after our people. What about all their people? If you're aiming to live on a moral standard that's held above everyone else, you cannot compare yourself to the basic people you are trying to defeat. There is no room for accepting this type of behavior. It is unacceptable, it's repulsive, and it's just outright dangerous, because it's tricking people into believing that by defending R. Kelly, you're somehow defending the plight of the black man. You're not. Number 1, this person has single-handedly ruined Black History Month. And by ruin, I really mean ruin, because not only did he give this orange Oompa Loompa a platform to actually speak on some that he could never speak on, he can use this to his advantage all the way up until the next election. Because we have been saying for so long that these MAGA hat wearing motherfuckers are horrible. Everyone knew they were horrible. No one needed this to be proven as fact. It was written all over them. This is what greed looks like. Bruh. This is what happens when you aren't raised a certain way. See, Jesse, what you fail to realize is that when you're black, you don't need to explain why someone hates you. You using something that you're constantly being targeted for as a way of gaining is exploitation of yourself. But not only of yourself, but the people who are really suffering. Because let's be honest, your $3.3 million keeps you cozy at night. Let's be real, you'll never really struggle like any of these people have. Being black is dangerous enough. We, the people, have been trying to get other people to acknowledge that for decades. We have countless videos of people being shot, murdered, and killed in the street just for being black. Dare I say you were relevant and you squandered that. And you didn't just squander it, you added fuel to the other side's fire. You have exposed yourself for the monster you are, and I hope they throw the book at you. Hope you never get another acting role in your sad, pathetic excuse for a life. You f***ed up. We backed you. and you bent us over. Jesse Smollett, go far away and never come back. Never come back. And never come back. Oh, well, that got dark as but I hope you guys enjoyed this. But like I said in the beginning, this was my list of top 10 things that ruined Black History Month for me. If you agreed with me, great. Put it in the comment section below. I would love to see it. I would love to read about it. I'd love to hear about it. If you didn't agree with me, don't at me. Go No, I'm just kidding. What ruined Black History Month for you? Your parents, your girlfriend, your right hand, me. Put it in the comment section below. I would love to hear about it. I try and post a video like once a week. You guys can subscribe, hit the little bell button and let you know. Sometimes it won't. If you like what I'm doing here and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, do all that jazzy stuff. And I'll see you guys next week probably. I'll be in Vegas, so no promises. Take care.